One, Shane Studley from the class of 97. Gary Hendricks from the class of 91. Dana Cornell from the class of 99. Ryan Hunt from 96. Steve Blasky from the class of 01. Kyle Whittle from the class of 03. Eric Burkle from the class of 03. Number 12, T.J. Latin from the class of 02. Number 13, Crazy Joe Miller from the class of 01. Number 16, Mike Strukin from the class of 98. Also, Chris Payne from the class of 04. Jeff Ford, number 18, from the class of 93. Shannon Knight from the class of 96. Scotty Ford from the class of 04. Chris Gagliardo from the class of 99. Zach Sutton from 03. Dan Beetle Bailey from the class of 88. John DeBarbery from the class of 98. Number 27, Adam Hellwig from the class of 03. Number 29, James Child from the class of 91. 39, Jake Hott from the class of 02. David Bernard from 89. Number 42 is Mike Hendricks, who's from the class of 96. Number 43, Brian Yates from the class of 98. John Gordy Goodguy, Gordonier from the class of 01. Drew Kine from the class of 97. Larry Rowdy, class of 93. Andy Sudley from the class of 01. Ty Warner from the class of 00. Mike Torrey from the class of 90. Toby Miller from the class of 99. Number 63, Corey Miller from the class of 01. Zach Grantcracker from the class of 89. John Darren here from the class of 96. Bill Torrey from the class of 00. Jared Zelko from 04. Jess McFall from 94. Matt Burke here from 04. The oldest Panther on the field, Ray Ullman from the class of 1977. Chris Yale from the class of 89, Alex Green from 04, and Tim Jordan from the class of 89. The coach for the Panthers, Gary Sutton. Chris Payne on the kickoff.
Galante on the carry for the Warriors, Chris Gagliardo.
On the carry. One Brody Goodguy in the backfield. Again, the bring down the NRA. Loss of 2, 4th down.
You knew they were going to do that.
First, into the secondary, down there about the 12-yard line. First.
Everything is proceeding as planned.
Kick is good.
Number 3.